Good morning. To start this morning's program, we have a spoken word performance by Joseph Quintero of Pittsburgh High School. Take it away, Joseph.
We the Bay, the place that's hard to hate, the heart and soul of Golden State. This is my home and these are my people. Historic poets born, historic rappers here to dominate. Tupac, Too Short, E40, and Mac Dre. Kings of SF, Richmond, and the streets of Oakland. Born in the Bay means you are the chosen. Everybody out here knows what's up. If I see a homie from the Bay, automatic dab up. We got other towns like Pittsburgh, Concord, and Walnut Creek. We the Bay so smooth, you can find our roots deep in the trees. Impossible to hate the Bay. Lifetime hotel, we get an endless stay. Poetic justice and rap paddles between us. West Grand Avenue, right next to the Golden Greyhound bus. Hayward, San Leandro, and San Lorenzo, all owned by the Bay we call home. The land of talent and the land of spitting game. The land of poetry, bringing us to fame. The land where Dame was born and raised. Our rap game is so fire, it'll leave you dazed. Home of the Warriors and roots of the A's. Life with no Bay, no Oakland, and no SF would be like an endless maze. The mountains full of mysteries. We more smooth and fresh than a bottle of Listerine. Companies and small businesses brag about being in the Bay. Brag that they're in the Golden State. Streets made us and changed us, but these streets, they can never break us. Struggles fought many. What healed me was a place in Hayward called Kennedy. We shine brighter than the stars. The Bay has an unbroken golden heart. Stuck in traffic, go take that BART. Still remember the sweet childhood visits to Kennedy Park. Embryville and Berkeley got good-ass pizza, always leaving me smirking. Number 11 and number 30, heroes to the Bay, they could never do us dirty. Offered a meal to end the Bay, looks like I'm not a millionaire to this day. The Bay stands strong and the Bay stays loud. The Bay lives forever in our hearts. And when I tell my future children, oh how I will be proud. Proud I was born this way. Proud I was able to stay. As I see myself every day, I am proud that I'm from the Bay.
Thank you, Joseph. And thank you to Mr. Alexander Finn, who is the advisor to the Prodigies at Pittsburgh High School. They have their slam club. We were glad to feature them today. And one upside of pre-recording is Joseph isn't missing class right now. So welcome to the East Bay Leadership Council's 11th Annual Philanthropy Awards presented by Wells Fargo. My name is Kristin Connelly. I'm the president and CEO of the East Bay Leadership Council, a regional advocacy organization representing hundreds of employers in Contra Costa and Alameda counties. We work every day to make it easier to start, grow, keep a business here in the East Bay. Some of the policy issues we are focused on include housing, transportation, education, healthcare, air quality, and water policy. The nonprofit sector has become an increasingly important part of the East Bay's economy in the last 20 months as we've dealt with the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Celebrating philanthropy with this event has become core to EVLC's mission, and we hope to find new ways to support the nonprofit sector in 2022 and beyond. Thank you for spending part of your morning with us. Our theme this year is celebrating resilience and leading us forward. This morning, we hope to amplify how our communities are stepping up to support one another in these challenging and uncertain times. Once again, our event focuses explicitly on equity and allyship with the Black Lives Matter and racial justice movements. While this is our second year in a virtual format, here's a couple of reminders. We need to manage how we recognize and celebrate our honorees this morning. For the sake of being able to hear each other and to keep the event moving, we're going to generally have everyone muted throughout this event. We need you to celebrate the honorees this morning using your reaction buttons, by putting praise in the chat, and even using hand gestures here on Zoom. Call it jazz hands, whatever you like. It's wonderful to see all of you here this morning. We have a digital program this morning. You should have a link to download it in your event confirmation, but you can also use the QR code on your screen to access the digital program. If you are a regular at EVLC events, you know that we are so fortunate to have so many elected officials in our region who engage with us on important issues. We like to recognize those in attendance at our events. This morning, we created a slide that lists the 21 elected officials and hardworking staff members that are in attendance this morning. Thank you for being here. Many of the elected officials in our region sent certificates of achievement directly to our honorees, which is wonderful. Our digital program features all our event sponsors that make this morning possible. As a way of recognizing our sponsor in new ways, we gave them an opportunity to be a part of this morning's event. Take a look.
At Marathon, we believe that philanthropy means understanding the needs and the concerns of the community, creating opportunity through grants and volunteerism, and striving to be the best neighbor we can be. As we shift our operations to renewable fuels, we're targeting our investments in more meaningful ways while helping California meet its climate goals.
During this past year, Kaiser Permanente has not only been taking care of our members, but we've been working to increase access to COVID vaccinations throughout our communities. Many of our community partners are on the call today. Habitat for Humanity, Hijas del Campo, Trinity Center, Opportunity Junction, just to name a few. These are invaluable partners to Kaiser Permanente.
At Hacienda, philanthropy means building community. It means supporting the day-to-day work that enriches and sustains community life and championing those regional institutions such as the Tri-Valley Nonprofit Alliance and the Three Valleys Community Foundation that are devoted to making communities thrive.
To the Diablo Regional Arts Association, philanthropy means providing access to inspiring arts experiences, promote mental health and well-being, and unite all of us throughout the East Bay.
At the Martinez Refining Company, philanthropy means creating the future our community wants and needs. It's about bringing together our employees and contract partners and working alongside our community members, giving of our time, talent, and treasure. Together, we are strong.
Philanthropy, it's often defined as financial support, but this is only a very small part of the community outreach at John Muir Health. We roll up our sleeves and as part of the community, and we work side by side with those who are most in need to give access and opportunity for everyone.
At Wells Fargo, philanthropy is a commitment to our people and our planet through grants, volunteerism, and partnerships. We aim to revitalize and strengthen local communities through housing affordability, small business growth and job creation, financial health, and sustainability and environmental justice.
When COVID hit, we lost about 80% of our business. We had to lay off our staff, and it's been hard to make ends meet.
Our years of community organization enabled us to quickly launch the Community Kitchens program, which now has over 45 different restaurants preparing community meals.
That was our focus, keeping the business alive and making sure that our staff was going to be able to pay that rent, pay their bills, stay fed.
We have served over 25,000 meals to our Oakland community. Right now, we are serving about 1,000 meals a week.
Every day was a struggle just because having to deal with, is tomorrow going to be the last day? Are we going to close at the end of the month? Will we survive another month?
We go out and, we raise money, and then we use those funds to buy meals from local restaurants who are impacted by COVID or shut down because of COVID. We donate those meals on to other nonprofits who go out into the community, get the meals into the hands of people living in homeless camps, homeless families, seniors who might be shut in or, have trouble going out and getting meals on their own.
It's really made the difference for a lot of the businesses in Oakland. We started bringing our staff back, and it just shows you the support that we have in our community.
We started out reaching out to friends and family, local acquaintances, trying to get small donations, which was great and got us off the ground. But the support that we got from the Wells Fargo Foundation and from the Chamber of Commerce Foundation, it made the difference between, community kitchens happening or not happening.
So our overriding goal in our grant-making strategy is to produce the biggest impact with measurable outcomes that align with our focus areas. And just thrilled to say that this grant actually did that in a way that not only helped small businesses pivot and be resilient during COVID, but also help with food insecurity in the community.
We all know that we need to stay together to support collectively and make sure that everyone in our community has access to a hot, nutritious meal.
We're very proud supporters and happy to be a part of their overall vision.
Community Kitchens has made all the difference for us, is helping us pay our bills, helping us stay afloat, and also keeping our staff employed.
Good morning. My name is Steve Hitchcock. I'm the Region Bank President at Wells Fargo. It's an honor to serve on the East Bay Leadership Council's board and to be involved with these philanthropy awards. I am proud of Wells Fargo's long commitment sponsoring this event now for 10 years running. I'm also proud of our commitment in this community. Over 28 million donated by Wells Fargo to Bay Area schools and nonprofits again last year. Every year, we support the mission of EBLC to improve financial stability and quality of life across Contra Costa, Alameda, and all the counties in which we serve. Before we launch into the awards portion of our program, I want to take a moment to highlight two honorable mentions that are included in this year's awards. So first, the Antioch Community Foundation, who is recognized today as a catalyst for positive community transformation and sustainability. Over the last 3 years, the Community Foundation has made steady progress in building trust and confidence of local donors, service providers, and the community. In 2021, grants to local organizations helped the nonprofit sector leverage over $6 million to support everything from scholarships for the Martin Luther King Jr. Art and Essay Contest to the repair of an outdoor rec area for seniors and trauma-informed activities in 6 different elementary schools. Truly remarkable and meaningful work. Our second honorable mention, the Contra Costa Regional Health Foundation, who works to improve the health, safety, and wellness of all people across Contra Costa County. The foundation established the COVID-19 Rapid Response Fund in March 2020 and moved quickly to identify the highest risk populations and funded those organizations who provided the needed assistance. Based on their assessment of the unmet needs, the foundation continues supporting organizations that serve food security and distribution, shelter and emergency housing, financial assistance, support for essential workers, and other needs. Since March of 2020, the foundation has granted over $1.6 million. So please join me in providing a virtual round of applause to both of these incredible organizations. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Lavonna Martin, the Deputy Director of Health Services at Contra Costa and a member of this year's Philanthropy Awards Selection Committee.
Thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. I'm so honored to be here with you today to celebrate this year's honorees for the East Bay Leadership Council's Philanthropy Award. We had a fantastic field of nominees this year. I, along with my fellow selection committee members, had the privilege to learn about some of the most amazing change makers throughout the East Bay who are doing incredible work to reduce suffering and improving the health and well-being of our neighbors. The stories that were shared about each nominee unequivocally demonstrated the heart, creativity, and drive of each individual, business, or organization to make a measurable positive impact in our community. I want to thank my fellow selection committee members. We really had our work cut out for us this year, and I'm delighted that today's awardees truly embody this year's theme of celebrating resilience and us forward. Once again, on behalf of the selection committee, congratulations to all of today's honorees for the 2021 East Bay Leadership Council's Philanthropy Award. Kristin.
Thanks, Lavonna. And thank you, Steve. Now we're going to start this morning's program with the Economic Justice Award.
My name is Tara Sanders, and I am so thrilled to introduce Opportunity Junction. Opportunity Junction is an organization that lives with intentionality. While talent is equally distributed, opportunity is not. Opportunity Junction creates a space that fosters, nurtures, and bolsters success for its job seekers. Those who show up at the front door know if they are willing to work, Opportunity Junction will help them make a way. I am so proud to be a board member, and I am so excited that Opportunity Junction has won this award. Please help me welcome to the virtual stage, Opportunity Junction.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elisa Friedman, President and CEO of Opportunity Junction, and we are so grateful and honored to receive the Economic Justice Award because everyone who works hard deserves the opportunity to succeed. The thousands of job seekers who have come through Opportunity Junction's doors over the years seeking a better life for themselves and their families, they deserve that opportunity. We are grateful to them for their perseverance, vision, and humility. None of us succeeds alone. That goes for Opportunity Junction too. When we added to our administrative careers training program, the healthcare career pathway, that was a partnership. We work hand in hand with Mount Diablo Adult Education and Empowered Aging on a daily basis. Lunch is delivered by Loaves and Fishes, the food bank sends trainees home with groceries. And we were all brought together and encouraged and prodded and supported by Lillian Rosland and the John Muir Community Health Fund. So together, making healthcare careers available to those who cannot afford to pay for training. Access to education and career training shouldn't depend on a person's ability to pay, which derives from so many factors, historic and circumstantial, that are not within their control. No matter where we come from or what we look like, we all want to earn a good living. Thank you so much to the East Bay Leadership Council, to our employers, dedicated staff members here and volunteers, board members, our nonprofit community partners who collaborate and consult with us, our financial supporters, and the job seekers we serve every day. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Elisa. Thank you for being here. Congratulations, Opportunity Junction. We're so glad to celebrate you. What a great message. The chat is blowing up for you. Next, we have the Community Resilience Award.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dustin Cooper, Community Impact Consultant at CSAA Insurance Group, a AAA insurer. During the pandemic, the Trinity Center stepped up to not only continue their essential programs to support people who are unhoused in Contra Costa County, but even expanded their services to help support immunizations, and most recently, to establish programs supporting transitional age youth throughout the county. We are proud to support the Trinity Center, who has always been resilient and found creative and new ways to serve their clients. Congratulations to the Trinity Center on this well-deserved recognition and honor.
Good morning and greetings from Trinity Center. It is our great joy to be with you all this morning at the East Bay Leadership Council's Annual Philanthropy Awards, where we celebrate the strength of our community and the individuals and organizations that bring that strength, hopefulness, and optimism to us. At Trinity Center, our mission is to be a doorway to opportunity, providing essential safety net services and a pathway forward for vulnerable people. So it was easy for us to know what to do when the pandemic hit. Stay open. And we have stayed open every day since. Throughout that time, we've had challenges, but we've had amazing support from individuals and organizations across our community, without whom we could not have celebrated our success. So we are at Trinity Center humble and very grateful for this recognition, knowing that so many people are a part of it, and being grateful for every day that we can serve. I would love to show you some photographs of some of the other people who make up Trinity Center, because we are one team as part of our community, together and moving forward. Thank you, East Bay Leadership Council and all of our supporters. We look forward to serving you for many, many years to come.
Oh, that's excellent. And what a great message about the importance of team. So congratulations again to the Trinity Center. I know there's a huge contingent from Walnut Creek here this morning to celebrate this honor. Next up, we're thrilled to present the Social Impact Award.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lynn Mackey, and I'm the County Superintendent of Schools here in Contra Costa County. It is my privilege to introduce CocoKids, the recipient of the Social Impact Award. When I heard the theme of the 11th Annual East Bay Philanthropy Awards, nominating CocoKids was a no-brainer. CocoKids Executive Director John Jones and his team have embodied the theme Celebrating Resilience and Leading Us Forward, and the organization's work in childcare reflects all the criteria outlined for the award: equity, resilience, creativity, compassion, risk-taking, and sustained commitment. CocoKids' role in providing high-quality and affordable childcare has been even more crucial since the COVID-19 pandemic began. CocoKid partnered with several organizations to provide vital childcare services to hundreds of essential workers. 565 children participated, and not a single eligible applicant was turned away. These efforts ensured that essential workers like first responders and healthcare professionals had access to high-quality and reliable childcare, which allowed them to focus on providing necessary services to vulnerable members of the community during the pandemic. Please join me in welcoming CocoKids Executive Director John Jones to the virtual stage.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Jones. I'm the Executive Director of CocoKids, and I want to thank the East Bay Leadership Council on behalf of our Board of Directors and the staff at CocoKids. I can tell you during the last 18 months, I have been so proud of my staff because they actually met the challenge that all of us faced. They were scared for what was going on, but they also realized there was a job to do. Unlike a lot of services, childcare is a hands-on service. You have to be present to win. So it was vital that we get all the stuff that providers needed in order to do well with children. A lot of providers were fearful of what the pandemic may do and impact their own homes and centers. So we did our best in partnering with First Five, the Department of Education, the Community Services Bureau, as well as several cities in order to make sure this worked. We were also blessed with donations from all the businesses as well as hospitals in providing PPE equipment to providers. So it was a very challenging time that was so proud that my staff rose to the occasion. They saw the challenge, and we really couldn't have done that without the ability to function in a place that has a strong community base. One of the things I'm proud of in the East Bay is that the nonprofit community knows when it's their time to step up. And we witnessed that very much over the last 18 months. And I think all of us did. So I think all of us should be proud that we saw a challenge. It was scary, and we met that challenge. I want to close out with and paraphrase a quote that kind of illustrates what CocoKids is about. We believe ourselves as champions of childhood, that we support children in all walks. And I firmly believe that if we made our decisions based on our understanding of what's best for a child, started there first and said, children could do better if we make this decision, we would make better decisions across the board. So to paraphrase Frederick Douglass, it's easier to build a strong child than it is to repair a broken adult. So keep that in mind. Let's build children up to Basically, we say it all the time, they are our future. Literally, they are the future. So thank you, East Bay Leadership Council, and I actually brought it with me. It's nice. It's hard to see on there, but it's very heavy too. Okay, but thank you very much.
Thanks, John. You deserve a very heavy award and appreciate your remarks. I know that I will redouble my effort to be a champion of childhood. So thank you very much. And I'm so glad that so many of your CocoKids colleagues are here with us this morning. So congratulations again to CocoKids. Next up in our honorees, we're going to be presenting the Meeting the Moment Award.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Sly, Executive Director with Meals on Wheels Diablo Region. And on behalf of our organization and an Elderly Wish Foundation, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the winner of the Meeting the Moment Award, Nancy Raniere. Nancy is the Nutrition Services Division Manager here at Meals on Wheels Diablo Region, and she's been with our organization for nearly 15 years. During that time, she has touched the lives of thousands of Contra Costa seniors, and we are incredibly grateful for all of her hard work. Thank you, Nancy, for all you do, and congratulations on winning this well-deserved award.
Hello, I'm Nancy Raniere, Nutrition Services Division Manager at Meals on Wheels, Diablo Region. I manage the home delivered meal program and 5 cafe congregate sites. I'd like to thank East Bay Leadership Council for honoring me with the Moment to Moment Award. I accept this award knowing that I am just one member of a team of caring staff and volunteers who have continued to provide meals to seniors throughout the pandemic. During these uncertain times, we had to quickly make adjustments to our delivery system, all while experiencing a 40% increase in clients. We also had to add programs that met the needs of very insecure seniors who needed more than one meal a day delivered. Our mission of feeding the most vulnerable members of the community has stayed foremost in our minds, and I'm proud to say that no senior missed a delivered meal. In accepting this award, I hope it will make people more aware of the hidden hungry in our community, the elderly who depend on Meals on Wheels Diablo Region to help them remain at home safely and with dignity. Thank you.
Congratulations, Nancy. Thank you for reminding all of us of the unmet need that remains and all the work that we have to continue to do together. So congratulations again and great work with Meals on Wheels. Now that we're more than halfway through our awards, we are moving at quite a pace. We're going to hear from one of the most talented and award-winning performers, Brian Stokes Mitchell, although he apparently likes to be called Stokes. Thanks to our friends at the Diablo Regional Arts Association. I could go on and on and on about his talents and the first time I saw him perform in the show Ragtime in LA that he originated later on Broadway, but I think it's better to turn the program over to him now.
Hey friends, Brian Stokes Mitchell here. First, I want to give a heartfelt congratulations to the honorees of East Bay Leadership Council's Philanthropy Awards. Your passion and your hard work are recognized and make a difference. Thank you all. I'm thrilled to be celebrating the theme of this event as well, resiliency. And during the last 18 months, like pretty much everybody in the world, it seems, I got a few firsthand lessons on resiliency. I sang The Impossible Dream out my apartment window overlooking Broadway and serenaded New York City as a way of saying thanks to all of the essential workers, doctors, nurses, EMTs, the police and the fire departments, also supermarket workers, delivery people, subway and bus drivers, sanitation workers, all those good people who kept New York City going during an impossibly challenging time. I got the idea to sing The Impossible Dream on my balcony, kind of spontaneously, actually.
This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, the unreachable star.
Resilient. So thanks to resiliency, we are all back. And I get to perform in your community as a part of Diablo Regional Arts Association's Headliners Series on Friday, February 25th at the Lesher Center for the Arts in Walnut Creek. I hope to see you there. And once again, congratulations.
I already have my tickets to his show on February 25th. Get yours soon before they're sold out. So thank you. Thank you, Stokes. And thank you to DRAA. Now we're going to continue to honor our honorees with our Equity Impact Award.
Hi, my name is Chris Boyd. I'm the Senior Vice President and Area Manager for Kaiser Permanente Diablo Service Area, and it is my honor to introduce Hijas del Campo. Hijas del Campo was formed by first-generation Mexican Americans and daughters of field workers whose parents started out working in the fields. One of their focus areas is equity and access to COVID-19 vaccines and health information. They began their work by offering donated water, breakfast burritos, and protective kits with masks, gloves, hats, and goggles to protect the workers from COVID-19. Hijas del Campo then began working with healthcare providers like Contra Costa Health Services and Kaiser Permanente to bring health information and vaccines to farm workers in the fields to ensure they receive protection against the virus. Because they are children of field workers, Hijas founders have been able to build trust among the workers, and they have used that trust to assure workers that they will not be asked for residency documentation or be denied the vaccine. When they're not helping provide COVID-19 vaccines and health information in the fields, Hijas is coordinating food, household, and school supply donations to the workers at their homes and in the fields. Please help me in welcoming Hijas del Campo to the virtual stage.
Hello, I am Maribel Mendoza. I am co-founder and president of Hijas del Campo, and it is an absolute honor to be here today with you all and recognize in this capacity. We would not be able to be here if it weren't for the campesinos, the farm workers who entrusted us with this task, ensuring that we were their voice when nobody else was listening. We were able to partner with Contra Costa Health Services, who allowed us to be the campesinos' voice during this time in order to ensure that they got access to life-saving vaccines. We are thrilled, we're nervous, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I wanna thank also my co-founders who we never knew each other before this day, before we got together over a year ago during this pandemic. And we started working for our campesinos, making sure they had what they needed. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Dorina.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say thank you to all the honorees. Thank you for all your dedication and your work. It's so inspiring. And just thank you to our families, our husbands, our daughters, our parents for instilling hard work and integrity in our hearts and love for others and a love for God. And we're just so honored and committed to do more. We received this honor, and muchas gracias to East Bay Leadership Council for the recognition. It is our humble honor and pleasure to receive this award, and we are committed to do more. Thank you to everyone who has supported us along this mission and believing in our mission, and to the campesinos for trusting us and opening up their arms and allowing us to be in this space with them. Thank you.
There's still so much to do. So there's still so much to do, so much to advocate. People forget that Contra Costa is still a rich and thriving agricultural community. And so we just need to make sure that the people who get the food on our tables day in and day out have the access and the support that they deserve and that they need. It's why we didn't go without food during this whole pandemic. They were still out there. They were still working for us. So if you would like to support, like to volunteer or help, reach out. Thank you to Kaiser so much for allowing this opportunity, and also CRLAF for being a mentor to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maribel and Dorina, for such amazing leadership during this difficult time. We're thrilled to be honoring Hijas del Campo. So felicidades and muchas gracias. So thank you, thank you. And again, if you want to find out more, please reach out. I'm happy to continue to support. There is so much more work to do. Next up in our program is to honor the Building Wealth Award.
Hello, I'm Lily Rahnama. I'm the Community Engagement Manager at the Chevron Richmond Refinery, and I'm also the nominator of West Contra Costa Business Development Center's Kitchenette 812 for this year's Philanthropy Award. For Chevron, we look to make a social impact by investing in programs that provide support for small businesses and entrepreneurs. It's how our company is supporting the current and future prosperities of the communities where we operate. We've been partnering with Kitchenette 812 since 2016, and we watched their food incubator program help hundreds of community members break barriers from the long-standing inequities prevalent in the food and culinary industry. If you ever get a chance to visit their industrial kitchen space in Pinole, you'll meet a super diverse group of people working on perfecting their culinary crafts, usually drawn on their range of cultural backgrounds, from cookies the way grandma used to make them, but a little healthier, to a unique take on Persian cuisine. The creations are just as diverse as the chefs themselves. Every entrepreneur has a deep story and takes on constant challenges. By helping these entrepreneurs transform their passion into growing businesses, Kitchenette 812 enables them to build equity, income, creates jobs, and strengthens families and our communities. It's my honor to introduce West Contra Costa Business Development Center's Kitchenette 812, winners of the East Bay Leadership's Building Wealth Award.
Hi, everyone. I do have my award as well. Thank you so much for honoring us with this award. And it's interesting, it says Building Wealth Award, and I will translate it this way: brave, willing to adapt. That describes our clients. An entrepreneur is someone that is brave, that will take all odds, and they will just thrive under circumstances like what COVID hit us with. They will be willing to adapt. With our business services, we're willing to work with them. They're willing to listen to advice and suggestions that will help them go through this path of starting entrepreneurship. And their adaptability to the circumstances through something like COVID, or not understanding the system of how to start a small business, but willing to work with an organization and trusting us to be able to be part of their journey, it's an honor. So thank you again for recognizing the work that we do. Thank you, Lily from Chevron, for nominating us. Thank you to the East Bay Leadership Council and its members and their board and their funders for acknowledging the work that all of us in the nonprofit world continue to do for our communities. Thank you again.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. Brave and willing to adapt. That is terrific. So congratulations again to Kitchenette 812 for the Building Wealth Award. Brave and willing to adapt. I'm going to take that away with me. So we are to the point where we are going to be acknowledging our final honoree of the morning. It is my honor to transition us to our Lifetime Achievement Award.
Good morning, I'm B.L. Moore. I'm the current chair of the East Bay Leadership Council, and more importantly, I nominated Oralee Brown and her foundation for the Lifetime Achievement Award. I am so pleased that she was selected. I have known Oralee Brown since 2003, and from the moment I met Oralee and I heard her story and her mission and what she was doing to change lives, I knew that I would be a supporter of hers forever. It all started on a street corner in East Oakland. Oralee Brown was on her way to work, and a young girl asked her for 25 cents, and Oralee Brown told her she only had a $5 bill. She would walk her over and buy her what she wanted. The young girl bought bologna, cheese, and bread, and Oralee realized in that moment that this child was hungry and that she also wasn't in school. And if you know Oralee Brown, this wouldn't surprise you at all. She went over to meet with the principal, who was a little bit caught off guard, a little surprised, because here was this realtor in the neighborhood who actually made the promise she wanted to meet with the first grade class and let them know that if they graduated from high school, she would pay for their college. This was back in 1987. Over 90% of Oralee's students in that first class graduated from high school and did go to college. And the rest is history. This is a woman who changes lives and makes such a difference, and this award could not be more deserving. With that, I'd like to warmly welcome Oralee Brown.
That there's 1,000 individuals that this award could have gone to, but since she decided to give it to Oralee Brown and Oralee Brown Foundation, I would love to thank you. Not so much for me, but on behalf of the Oralee Brown Foundation, its executive directors, the board members, our sponsors, our supporters, and especially our students that work so hard each year to obtain a degree and to reach their goals. It has been amazing. Some 33 years later, we are still working to make sure that every child is free. And the only thing, in my opinion, that will free a child is an education. It's not money, it's an education. So on behalf of the foundation, I certainly appreciate this award, and I will cherish it for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ms. Brown. That is just so well deserved. More than 33 years later, and the message of the importance of an education is certainly something that all of us can appreciate. There's so much love in the chat for the Oralee Brown Foundation. Thank you to B.L. Moore, the chair of our board, for nominating Ms. Brown for this recognition. And please feel free to find out more about how you can support the important work of the Oralee Brown Foundation. So we did it. We honored 7 terrific honorees. And I'm so grateful that we can be together virtually this morning. So congratulations again to all of our honorees. I want to give some special recognition to this morning's event producer, our very own Mark Orcutt. Mark is East Bay Leadership Council's communications director, but he's also been the one that makes all of our virtual events possible. So use your recognition, your jazz hands, and all the things. We couldn't do this at all without Mark. Now, none of us knows what the next 12 months hold, but my hope is that through expanded access to vaccinations, we can return to celebrating philanthropy in person for our 12th anniversary event. I want to thank our event co-chairs, Peggy White, Anne-Marie Taylor, Steve Hitchcock, and Betsy Biern. We couldn't do this without their leadership. Again, please take a minute to check out our virtual event program. It has all our sponsors listed and has more details about each of our honorees. I love this morning. It gets me fired up. I always say it every year, but it still is true. This is the best day on the East Bay Leadership Council calendar. So thank you very much for taking some time. And we're 10 minutes ahead of schedule. But before we close, I want to turn it over to Betsy Biern, CEO of Make-A-Wish of the Greater Bay Area, to close this morning's event. Betsy.
Thanks, Kristin, and thanks, everybody. Well, so I get to live and breathe being in the hope and joy business. That's what we do at Make-A-Wish. And how inspiring and exciting this morning to watch and listen and celebrate so many of my colleagues across the social sector for the work that they're doing to make our community a better place. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I almost wish we could do this weekly because I feel bursting with excitement and joy for the opportunities that so many of our colleagues have just shared this morning, from the stories of resilience, the stories of inspiration, the stories of connectivity. These last couple of years have been so hard, and we have all felt isolated, thrown off our game, uncertain. And yet today, what we saw was the message that we actually are still connected, that we have these type of leaders that are looking ahead, that are looking around, that are saying, we're here with you, you've got this, and we're with you all the way. So I want to say a special thanks to all of our honorees. I also want to recognize all of those that were nominated for these. The beauty of this award is that you see all the richness of the people that make our community so great. The hard part is having to choose them. If we had chosen everybody, which we would have been here for hours, which is great, except that we're on Zoom, so not so great. Anyway, missing you in person, but I'm hoping that next year, gotta love Zoom when your phone goes off as you're talking. Anyway, thank you all. Look forward to seeing you and celebrating together next year. Happy Thanksgiving, and have a great rest of your year and a great rest of your day. My best.
Thanks again. Thank you, Betsy. Please stay tuned to check out the other days on the East Bay Leadership Council calendar. And please think about considering the ways that you can do more, help more, and support our honorees today and all the great members, nonprofit members of the East Bay Leadership Council. And with that, goodbye and have a great day. Thanks, everyone.